Sharon here. So glad you could join me. I've got a tag today. Jaclyn Hill put out the word. She has written a tag and wants everybody involved in her little tag. And it is the cutest thing. It's called Ride or Die Makeup Tag. Now this is how it works. I'm basically going to show you. The rules are, girlfriends, that you must pick one favorite product in each category that we have on the list and discuss it. That would be the one, let's say your very favorite that you would take with you on a desert island if you could only have one product. All right, so here we go. This is a lot of fun. Rock it with me, girls. First category we have here is primer. What would be my favorite primer? Well, it's no secret. You know, I've tried so many different ones. My very favorite primer in the world is the Smashbox primer. It is a silicone primer. I love it, love it, love it. Could never be without it. Like I said, I've tried a whole lot, but this is my favorite. I am very much into a silicone primer because it fills in the rest of your pores and around, you know, your nose, any kind of dents you have in your face, and it just gives you a smooth canvas to work with. Smashbox. Okay, the next one in this big category of favorites is foundations. Okay. This was so completely hard because I've got like 3 or 4 foundations that are my very favorites in the world. But I will have to say right now is the Tom Ford Stick makeup. I absolutely love it. That's what I'm wearing today. I adore it. It's fast, it's easy, it's smooth. I demonstrate it in another video, and it's fantastic. And that would be easy on a desert island, just pop it open. Then I got worried that it might melt a little bit, okay? So then I had to turn around and say, well, maybe just, sneak in another one. You know, a liquid foundation. So that's my Estee Lauder Perfectionist. I think I stuck it in my back pocket to take along. So those are my very, 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 very top foundations that I would take. The next thing is, what is your favorite concealer that you cannot live without? I think this is not a secret. I've tried every concealer on the market, everything from your high-end $80 concealers down to your drugstore $7.99 concealers. So far, the Urban Decay Naked Skin has been my very favorite so far. I think the next thing would be obviously resurface surgery, you know, the laser under my eyes to get rid of what I've got. But this is doing the trick right now. Cannot be without this concealer. Love it. Urban Decay Naked, ladies, don't forget, it's the weightless concealer. Okay, the next thing is your favorite face powder. First of all, I don't use what you call face powder. I can set my T-zone a little bit. I'll do some dusting, you know, as I'm bronzing and some other things, but I don't use a heavy setting powder. Now, I tell you what I do use. When I set my T-zone and everything, I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I love it. It's finely milled. It's heaven, and it goes a long way. I mean, this, look, it's been a year and I'm still at it, okay? So you get your money's worth, you know what I'm saying? I'm really dying to try the La Prairie, but it's a little pricey, a little pricier than the Laura Mercier. And since I don't use that much powder, why bother? The next thing is your favorite under eye setting powder. Now this is where we run into a problem with Sharon, okay? Because I am crepey and lines and dry under my eyes, and you know, because I'm getting older, ladies, okay? I don't like to do a lot of setting of powders. If I do, I'm going to use the RCA setting powder that I put in this little jar. It's real finely milled, and I find that that does the best trick. Also, MAC has the, I think it's a Prep and Prime setting powder that's very much like our RCMA, MCA, you know what I'm talking about. So, I can also use that as well. The next thing is blush. Okay, I'm a blush whore. I'm a blush whore. I'm sorry, I do. I have drawers and drawers of blush. I mean, even new blushes. Blush, blush, blush everywhere. But my very, very favorites at the moment are two different blushes. One is the Estee Lauder, and it's the Pure Color Envy in Pink Kiss. Let me show you that. This is the Pink Kiss. This is my very favorite right now. The next one, because I double blush, so see that doesn't count. I have to take two because I double blush, is the MAC Dainty. And I'm getting close to being on pan on this, but I love it. So I do a double blush. And those are my two favorites at the present time. The next is bronzer. You know, I never did bronze much because I saw so many people looking like Oompa Loompas. I didn't want to get into that thing. And then I started out bronzing just a tad with my Lorac. Then, you know, that I use for contouring, but seemed just still a little too dark. Then I got some MAC Honesty. That's the color that I was going to contour with from the beginning. That seemed just a little too much for me. So then, as soon as this came out, the, I think this Physicians Formula, yeah. You know, it would help if I put on my dadgum glasses, because I don't have my contacts in today. It's the Butter Bronzer, and by Physicians Formula. See, I was right to begin with. Trust your first thought, girls. I love it, love it, love it, love it. That's just enough bronzer that's light enough for me. I don't like anything really, really dark because I don't look like, you know, my face has been painted before I walk out the door. And everybody knows if you use too much bronzer, nobody's got that, you know, kind of a tan or warmth to their skin. So, you know, let's not be weird. Let's keep it normal. Okay, the next thing is highlight. Oh boy. This was a toughie too. I've got to be honest with you. Now I had to pin it down. I had to pin it down to two. I couldn't do one, see? I don't know. I'm not doing too good at heading to this desert island, am I? My bag is going to be a little heavy. My first one is the Hourglass Iridescent Strobe Light. I don't have that on today. I have another one, but this would be one that I truly, truly love. The next one that I absolutely love is the Soft and Gentle Skin Finish by MAC. I like to do that. It is a lighter glow, if you will, and not just looking like, you know, you're drenched in, you know, the bottom of an oil well, okay? So those two are my very, very favorites right now. And I had to take them both, you know, because I can't make up my mind. Okay, the next thing on the list is mascara. I'll tell you, for the longest, I had loved the Rollerball. There was nothing you could do to drag me away. Until Charlotte Tilbury came out with legendary lashes. I know some of you say you have a little bit of trouble with it transferring. I have never had that much trouble. Maybe it's because my eyeshadow is setting my eye, and I use the Painterly Pot on that as well. I don't know what it is, but I have never, ever, ever, ever had that kind of problem, and I wear this stuff every day. I love it. I love it with everything I've got. I would bleed for this. I mean, you could not drag me away from this. Look at that brush. It is to die for. You know, I'm just not giving it up. I'll never give it up. I think this is the best mascara, in my opinion, for me, that I've used in my life. And of course, Chanel was my favorite for almost 20 years. But this legendary lash beats it all to heck. I mean, I've got on one coat of mascara, and that is all. Okay, moving right along now. Lipstick. Girls, you knew I was going to have problems with this one, right? Because we know I've got lipsticks coming out the wazoo. I've got too much lipstick. But we have got some favorites lately, okay? But I'm only going to mention one super favorite right now. And this one is a Tom Ford lipstick. and it is Spanish Pink. I have loved this lipstick since I started. I've got numerous tubes of Tom Ford lipsticks because, girlfriends, they stay on all day long and into the evening. I mean, please. They don't leave you. They last forever. The formula is to die for. Love it. The next thing that they're asking is, you know what though, and I will say this, leading back to the lipsticks, hang on. I will say one more lipstick that I wear an awful lot, you guys know this is Charlotte Tilbury, the Bitch Perfect. I absolutely love that. I'm wearing that today, okay? Tell me how you love it. I love the Bitch Perfect. And when I put gloss on, I just put gloss on right in here. Just right here. One more lipstick, and I hate to bring this up, but you guys know how I love my reds, right? I'm heavy into reds. And I'm telling you, see, because if I'm going to this island, I got to have something kind of a peach or a pink, and then I've got to have a red, and then I've got to have a liquid lipstick. But this obviously is the Louboutin. Pay no attention to what brand it is. I'm going to show you the color. That's what I like about it. I was gifted this, so don't think I ran out and bought $90 lipstick. I'm crazy, but I'm not that damn crazy, okay? And it's on the cutest little necklace you could ever see. But let me show you the color. It is to die for. And this is one of my favorite reds. And that is the Louboutin red. Now, I wear this tons since I got it, last year, year before. I wear that during the holiday season because it's this deep, deep red. I love it. The next liquid lipstick, and I have to tell you this, is the Lip Lava by CoverGirl. Now, when I tell you that this is sexy and it shines, it is a dark red. I wore this in one of my videos, and all of you can say, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what is that lipstick? It is the Lip Lava. And see, it doesn't have a doe foot, it's just regular, but let me tell you something. It has that sparkly look in it, you know, more than a satin even. I'm trying to figure out what the color is. It doesn't say, but it's the only, well, I'm lying, hang on. 870 is the number, 870 Lip Lava CoverGirl. To die for. You guys are the ones that told me you loved it. Okay, now as far as the lipsticks, also you're asking what lip gloss I would take. You all well know that I will never, 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 and I say never, 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 I don't think I'm never, 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 going to change from Bare Minerals Moxie glosses. They are the best in the east, west, north, and south. Why? Because they're not sticky. Why? Because they stay on your lips. Why? Because most of them will be the color that you will need to go with every lipstick in the universe. And you remember I showed you some of those Bare Mineral glosses in another video last year, and they were all the chrome iridescent colors that you wore with different colors of lipsticks. Tell you, love it. Absolutely love it. To die for. Okay, moving right along. Okay, cover the glasses. Lashes. Okay. I haven't been wearing lashes very often at all now that I found Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. Listen, I could do a commercial for her and I could sell all the legendary lashes she wanted. That's how much I believe in it. But anyway, back to the story. If I wear lashes at all, I'm going to wear Ardell accent lashes. I'll wear lashes at the corner of my eyes, just enough to give my eye a lift. I have very, very small eyes, so all the appearance, all the pizzazz, all the drama has got to be on the end to lift up my eyes, to make me look like I have eyeballs. In the evenings when I go out, I even like these Perfectly Natural and the Salon Perfect. And they're pretty. I like the Ardell Demi Wispies as well. So those are the lashes that I wear when I wear lashes. The next thing on the list is, girlfriend, you're going to love this, is the favorite eyeshadow palette. I have every eyeshadow palette on the whole market. I'm in love with Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I'm crazy about them. You mentioned Lorac, and I'm in the place with a smile on my face. But right now, the palette I love the most, makes my heart go pitter-pat, is the Renaissance palette. I'm having a blast with this palette. There is none other right now than this palette. Absolutely phenomenal. The colors are gorgeous. And with fall creeping up, this palette could not be a more perfect palette. But you know what? It serves every purpose. Even if you're a cool tone gal like myself, this palette will knock their socks off, okay? You look pretty. Okay, the next thing on the list is, what is your favorite setting spray? I use only 2 setting sprays, period. One is my MAC Fix, and the other one is Urban Decay. Now you say, okay Sharon, but which one? Hands down, the best formula I have ever used in my whole life. Love, 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 love it. Love the Fix. Will take it everywhere I go all the time. But I do have 2, and I alternate from time to time. It's better to always have a backup. Anyway, you gotta try new products. What can I tell you? Okay, the next thing is your favorite perfume. I have many, 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 many favorite perfumes. But I am the kind of person that has a pH problem. When I say a pH problem, one perfume can just be lovely and I can wear it and smell like $1,000,000, and this goes on for a few months and then all of a sudden it starts stinking on me. It's like it gets kind of that rancid smell. My pH can change just like that. I've never been what you call a super, super floral kind of gal. But at the moment, I'm alternating with perfumes. Well, I just, the Black Opium by Yves Saint Laurent is probably one of the best I've ever used. I wouldn't call it a spring perfume per se. I would call it more of a fall, winter, but I do love it. I'm used to heavier scents anyway. People don't, feel like they could float around me like a butterfly. I'm not a feminine frou-frou kind of floral girl. I'm a girly girl, but I want people to know I'm coming and going, okay? And when you smell it, I want to smell rich. I want it to have a richer type smell. But that is my favorite right now. For the daytime, when I'm just hanging out and I'm not wearing Flower Bomb, which is that kind of girl smell, and it smells okay on me, but it's still not knocking them dead yet. I haven't found that one yet to knock me dead. But in the daytime, when I just want to wear a cologne and I'm around the office, I wear the Elizabeth Arden Untold. And of course, my staff complains about that being strong enough. But I do love those scents. I love them all. I've got everything. I was always a passion and opium kind of gal, back all those years. And then my pH, like I said, keeps changing. I have to keep switching perfumes all the time. I am totally into Jo Malone, too. Jo Malone's just, got some great stuff. Okay, well, back to the story. I'm only taking one of those, so I'm probably going to go ahead and take my Black Opium, okay? All right, so, over anything, is there anything else you would take that we didn't ask you about? Yes, I would take each and every one of you with me. Hey, girls, how about that? Now, listen, this has been a lot of fun. This is cute. We want to thank Jaclyn Hill. She did a marvelous job at writing this. I'm going to tag each and every one of you to do this tag. It's real cute and it's a lot of fun. So thanks for joining me so much. I hope you all have the most fantastic weekend ever. I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident. And give me a big thumbs up if you like this video.